Hi, it's Ronnie, and welcome to Pinkfresh Fridays, hosted by Joanne Bartel, and where we'll all be using our Pinkfresh to create our layouts. And it's also Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches, Series 11. And for today's sketch, we have one by Kim Johnson Martin. It is a super cute sketch, and I'm going to stay pretty close to it. I did forget those banners up in the left-hand corner, which I just now saw, but I will have about everything else. I'm going to scrap that picture of my niece Cherokee, and I'm using a variety of Pinkfresh. So, I mean, it's like over the years kind of thing. And Case of the Blahs, Let's Stay Home. I can't remember what that one's from, but I don't use it anyway. I will use some of the enamel dots. I have some alphas from Let's Get Cozy, I think it's called. I can't remember. It's been a little while. But I am going to use this as a background. It's from Office Hours. And I've been trying to use old stuff, pull it out and use it. And I bought this after I had the Creative Memories one because they showed it on that scrapbooking show on TV. And it had like, well, it has like 7 notches, I think, in that circle thing that I'm going around there with. And you can put it in 3 different grooves. And you get 2 sizes. There is a smaller one. But as you can see, I didn't do very well. And so I never did use it too much after I got it. And I thought it's like anything else with scrapbooking or any other hobby. You have to have practice. And if I don't pull it out and use it, I'll never use it. So I am going to use it. And get some of that practice in because I was pretty excited when my local scrapbook store got it, and I probably paid more for it than I would online, but yeah, I got it. And uh, I I did better today than sometimes when I used it. Sometimes I had to just get rid of the paper. I am layering, like I said, that papers behind there, and I had them pre-cut. There was a whole sheet of them. Well, I think I've cut 2 sheets so far since using these because I really like them. They look like they have washi tape on them, and they don't. But yeah, I think they look cute on the layout. And Cherokee there is at my house. They didn't have internet at her house. They live a lot farther out in the country than I do, and I live pretty far. Well, about 11, 12 miles outside of the city limits, and they live more like 30. So the internet would be kind of sparse back then. This is several years ago, probably at least, 8 years maybe. And she needed to do a report for school, so she comes spent the Saturday with me. And I took her picture, of course. I mean, yeah. And she was going through that stage where she did not want her picture taken, but she's outgrown it. I mean, she didn't last very long in it at all. And she was looking at a couple I had scrapped of her, and she was sitting on my couch looking at it, and she just laughed and bounced around on that couch. She said, I am so glad you went ahead and scrapped these. How funny they are. And I said, yeah, they are kind of on the funny side. But she gave me the look at that time. She didn't put her hand up there on that one. She didn't turn her head. Well, she thought I was bringing her something to drink. Because I was, but I set it on the table and then I went to take her picture, and this is what I got. But the sketch has stitches and they're on the outside of the circle. I decided to put mine on the inside, and I'm using black because she's got a black, it was kind of like a hoodie kind of thing, but she also, as you can see, tell that she had a knit cap on too. So yeah, she looked like she was trying to stay warm. My house was warm, believe me, but she was dressed pretty warm. She finally took it off after she was there a little while, but she did have it on when she first got there. And she's at my desk. What a mess. And she printed out probably 100 pages. I had to get the paper out for her not too long after she got started, And I had filled it up before she got there, knowing she was going to need some. But that happened every time she came. So, I mean, that wasn't nothing new. But she printed out a lot of stuff so she wouldn't have to come back. I mean, basically what she was doing at my house was research and printing it out so she could work on it later. Well, after putting those pieces of paper on there for the messy desk in the photo, I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and do the title because I still couldn't figure out what else I needed to do after I got that far. I was thinking, okay, what do I have in that pile over there that I can use on this layout? And I can't think of nothing. So I pulled out my letters and I'm making my title. And the going around the circle is like a subtitle, and it says, I only came for the internet. But then the title is That Look. And I am going to add something at the end. The last two photos are going to show something else. I thought about doing it and then I just clean forgot about it because I was going to find some letters, die cut them out or something. And there is a sticker sheet you will see. It's from Case of the Blahs. And at first I cut down the first four letters to make it fit where I wanted it to fit. And then I decided the last word, I would just go ahead and use them at regular size and put them on cardstock and then stick them on foam tape. So it will right there where that blue piece is that I'm putting on there. It's going to go right there. But that little monitor is not going to go there. I moved it around several times, couldn't decide where I wanted it, didn't like it any place I was putting it. So it's not even ending up on the layout. That circle there, I cut it off of a cell phone, and it's the Wi-Fi thing, showing Wi-Fi. Well, I wanted it on there. She did not have a cell phone at that time, so I did not want to put the cell phone on there. So I just cut the Wi-Fi part off. There's a word nope, and so it says nope. I can do anything, but today I'd rather not. So that's why I needed the last three words that you will see at the end. Blah is going to go ahead and be on there in green, but then I'm going to put so no smile. So that is what she could do anything, but she wasn't going to smile. I did map my photo in a grid paper. Well, it's packaging on one of maybe the ephemera packaging, because I had like two sets of ephemera of the same thing and put them together and used the other one for behind my photo. And then I added black to help distinguish it from everything else on there, because that background is pretty bright and colorful for a Case of the Blahs, because that's what that paper is from. And I am going to put a couple of banners on here, and I will not notice that one does not show up super well on the video until I'm watching the video. I didn't think it was bad at all. Well, I'm cutting it right now. The first one I cut, not the second one here. But it doesn't show up as well. It was black and white, and I thought it would show up. And I really thought it did. Sorry, y'all, if you cannot see it after I get it on there, it is because it does not show up as well as I thought it would. I'm making this one piece a little longer, and then I'm going to turn around and do it with the other piece also. Because I was thinking, well, I need some for the upper right-hand corner because the sketch has something up there. And what they have up there in the corner is a paper clip. My paper clips are die cuts from the Spellbinders die, but I'm using them on my layout. So I'm going to have one up there. I cut out 3 before I got started. And I started to put the red handle scissors on there, and I thought, well, that don't go with my layout. And then I used all the ones I already had cut, so I had to cut the black ones to go. But it's going to look really cute up there with that paper clip. So that one was a pretty good idea that I copied pretty much just like it is on the sketch. But while I am doing all that, I want to mention that down there below, you'll find the links to everybody that are doing the Pinkfresh Friday. And so there's quite a few, at least there was one I looked a while ago that was already done with their videos. And you will also find the master link to Christy's Beautiful Life 30 Days of Sketches. And that's been going on all month long, so there's plenty of videos there. So, two places to find inspiration, and also the Facebook group for Christy's Beautiful Life and Instagram. So be sure to check everything out and see what everybody else did with the same sketch and what everybody did with their Pinkfresh today. Um, they could be using something brand new or from their stash like I did. But since my paper clip is not real, it did not slide under things very well, and I knew it was kind of on the flimsy side compared to a real one. So I took my scoreboard and scored both of the banners so they would fold over on my paper clip. And then, of course, I glued them down. And that little round epoxy, I think it's epoxy, it's not going to stay there. I'm going to change my mind on it. I was so proud to put it on there. And then I thought, oh, I really don't want it on there. I want something else. So it will come off. But I was proud that it made it on a layout. And the wooden one too, neither one stays. But I am going to scatter some of these enamel dots, and I am going to use some hearts too on here. And that's why I took the others off. I thought, well, I really did not want a heart in a little wooden button and these other hearts. And then I decided I didn't want the other thing up there either. So yeah, the enamel star, no, I'm not going to put no stars on there. Dots and hearts are going to go on there. And I think I will be done with the layout. I'm thinking, I will add some more of that black twine that I use to put around for my stitches. And it is just a little bit heavier than the embroidery thread. So I was kind of having to work kind of hard going through the holes because it was kind of on the thick side, especially when I came back up through one and there was already thread there. But I just did a back stitch on it. And I'm going to add these couple little pieces, and then I will really be done with my layout. And right there where that I just adjusted that last piece of thread, that's where I'm going to add to it underneath the word blah. And it will be in the photos at the end. I will point it out if I don't get to talking and forget. But if you leave a comment down there below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like the video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so very much. And thank you all for watching my video today. I appreciate that too, because I know there is plenty out there for you to watch. And let's see, here I am. Oh, I put one of those puffy cups on there because, like I said, I was bringing her a drink, so I thought I might as well. And I put the 100 because she strived for 100 on all of her stuff. So I thought that would go since she is working on her homework. Well, her term paper. I don't know if you'd really call that homework since it goes on for so long, because she worked a few weeks on that. Then here's that little banner at the top with the paper clip and the banners hanging down. And I fussy cut that house, I believe it's Let's Stay Home. But there's where I changed the title, and you can see where I cut the So No out. And I was going to do the smile too, but then I thought, well, I can do variety. So I put it on cardstock, and then I mounted foam tape underneath it. Because, I was going over the top of that twine jute or whatever it is. And make sure y'all check those links out down there below. Loads of fun down there and inspiration. And I hope y'all have a happy, scrappy week. Bye.